Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven firstborn, or of the eternal, co-eternal beam, may I express thee unblamed, since God is light and never but an unapproached light, dwelt from eternity, dwelt then in thee, bright effluence of bright essence increate. Or hearest thou rather pure ethereal stream, whose fountain who shall tell? Before the sun, before the heavens thou wert, and at the voice of God, as with a mantle, didst invest the rising world of waters dark and deep, one from the void and formless infinite. Thee I revisit now with bolder wing, escaped the Stygian pool, though long detained in that obscure sojourn, while in my flight through utter and through middle darkness borne, with other notes than to the Orphean lyre I sung of chaos and eternal night, taught by the heavenly muse to venture down the dark descent, and up to reascend, though hard and rare. Thee I revisit safe, and feel thy sovereign vital lamp. But thou revisitest not these eyes that roll in vain to find thy piercing ray, and find no dawn. So thick a drop serene hath quenched their orbs, or dim suffusion veiled. Yet not the more cease I to wander, where the muses haunt, clear spring or shady grove or sunny hill, smit with the love of sacred song. But chief thee, Sion, and the flowery brooks beneath that wash thy hallowed feet in warbling flow nightly I visit, nor sometimes forget those other two equalled with me in fate, so were I equalled with them in renown. Thy sovereign command that man should find grace, blind Thamyris and blind Meonides, and Tiresias and Phineus, prophets old, then feed on thoughts that voluntary move harmonious numbers, as the wakeful bird sings darkling, and in the shadiest covert hid tunes her nocturnal note. Thus would the year seasons return, but not to me returns day, or the sweet approach of even or morn, or sight of vernal bloom, or summer's rose, or flocks or herds, or human face divine. But cloud instead, and ever-during dark, surrounds me, from the cheerful ways of men cut off, and for the book of knowledge fair presented with a universal blank of nature's works to me expunged and raised, and wisdom at one entrance quite shut out, so much the rather thou, celestial light, shine inward, and the mind through all her powers irradiate. There plant eyes all mist from thence purge and disperse, that I may see and tell of things invisible to mortal sight. Now had the Almighty Father from above, from the pure empyrean where he sits, high-throned above all height, bent down his eye his own works and their works at once to view. About him all the sanctities of heaven stood thick as stars, and from his sight received beatitude past utterance. On his right the radiant image of his glory sat, his only Son. On earth he first beheld our two first parents, yet the only two of mankind in the happy garden placed, reaping immortal fruits of joy and love, uninterrupted joy, unrivaled love, in blissful solitude. He then surveyed hell and the gulf between, and Satan there, coasting the wall of heaven on this side, night, in the dun air sublime, and ready now to stoop with wearied wings and willing feet on the bare outside of this world that seemed firm land embosomed, without firmament, uncertain which, in ocean or in air. Him God beholding from his prospect high, wherein past, present, future he beholds, thus to his only Son, foreseeing, spake,